To install the QuickLink switcher on an Amazon Cloud instance, you'll first need to log into the AWS Management Console. You see that I'm already logged in here. Now from the top search bar, I'm just going to search for EC2 and then select that there. Now this brings up our instances. So we're firstly going to look at the region. So you can pick any of your regions here, depending on where you are in the world. We're going to stick with Ireland here. And then click Launch Instances. Now from the AWS Marketplace tab, we're going to search for Teradici. See, I've already searched it here, so I'm just going to search that again. Click Enter. Now the top one here is the one that we're going to use for this example. So it's Teradici CAS for Windows Server 2019. Click Select. This gives you an overview of the instance here. I'm going to click Continue on that one. Now from the instance type, once it's loaded up, we're just going to scroll down. I'm going to head to G4DN 4X large. So that's this one here. Make sure we got that one selected. Then we're going to move on. So we're going to press Next down on the bottom right to configure the instance details. The only thing we're going to change here, I'm just going to set the auto assign public IP to enable. Obviously check your settings are appropriate for what you're using it for. Then move on to Next to add storage. And again, we're just going to look at the size here. So 30 gigabytes is absolutely fine for what we're using this for. So we're just going to click Next. Here we can add some tags if you need to add any tags. I'm not going to for this example. We're going to click Next again, configure security group. Now in the security group, the one thing we'll look at here is in the source. So depending on whether your instance is going to be used from anywhere in the world or just from one location, you can change this from custom, anywhere, or my IP, depending on your usage. Once you've got that configured to your liking, just click Review and Launch. So here we go, we've got a review of all the settings we've put in here. And then when you're happy with all that, click Launch. So here we can choose an existing key pair or create a new one. So we're going to create a new one here. You want to give it a friendly name. And then download the key pair. Download that to somewhere appropriate on here. So it's a PEM file here. I'm going to save that. And then click Launch Instances. What we'll need to do now is head back to our instances. I'm going to go back to EC2. We should see it might take a while to get loading. You'll see that it's initializing here, but that one is the one I've just created. So it'll normally take about 4 minutes for that instance to get up and running. So once it's running and it's passed both of its checks, we can now connect to it. But first, I'm just going to give it a friendly name so that we can easily recognize it. Save that. Then right click on the instance, click Connect. Come to the RDP client tab here, then click Get Password. So here's where we browse the computer and upload our PEM file that we saved previously. I'm going to select that file, click Open, then decrypt the password. And here we have our password. So I'm just going to copy that and save that somewhere safe. Then we can come back to the instances. If we scroll down the left here to Elastic IPs, what we're going to do is allocate an Elastic IP address. So if we click the button up in the top right here, we're going to get one from Amazon's pool of addresses. So click Allocate. Here we have an Elastic IP address. So what we need to do now is come to Actions and then associate the IP address here. And from this box, we're going to select our instance, which is the cloud switcher. We named that previously. Then click Associate. So that IP address has now been associated with that instance. We can see that here. Now it might take a few minutes for that to come up on the instance's dashboard. So don't be worried if you don't see it straight away. So if we head back to instances, you'll see that it's not there yet, but it will be there soon. So if we hold on a bit, the Elastic IP will appear in the Elastic IP section here. You can see there that the Elastic IP address has been associated with that instance. I'll just double check that it is coming up on the instances. And there you go. You can see that it's just popped up in the Elastic IP section there on your cloud switcher. So next you'll need to download the Teradici software client. So if you head to the Teradici website and then just click on the right client for your operating system, we're just going to go to downloads. We're going to go through the terms and conditions, agree that. I'm going to download now. Save that, and you'll see that that's downloading. So once that's complete, we're going to launch that. So once you've downloaded and installed the Teradici client, you can just open that up here. Now in the host address, this is where we put in the Elastic IP address that we've just associated with our instance. So if we head back to AWS, got the Elastic IP here. I'm just going to copy that. Head back here, put that in there. And then the connection name, we're just going to give this a friendly name. Click Next. Connect in securely. So the username will be administrator. And the password is the password that you decrypted previously and saved somewhere. I'm just going to find that now. Copy that and paste it in there. Log in. Okay, so if this is your first time initiating the Teradici client, what you will need to do is enable the network. You'll see that mine's already on here because I've already been on, and you'll also need to enable the sounds as well. So those are already going. What you'll also need to look at is when you're first on here is if you come to Windows and then go to Settings, then we'll search for Camera. Camera privacy settings. We'll just need to allow apps to access our camera, so turn that on, and microphone as well. We'll do the same there. So that's all good. What we'll also need to check is if we go to Server Manager here, come down to Local Server, we just need to change the IE Enhanced Security configuration to off. Click OK. So that's all good. Next, we can go to Internet Explorer, open that up, go to the settings, down to Internet Options, and then in security, we're just going to drop the security level just down to medium, which is the lowest it will go. Click Apply, and then click OK. So now you're ready to download the QuickLink switcher and install it onto your Teradici instance. Thank you for watching. You can access other instruction videos on our YouTube channel or by navigating to support.quicklink.tv.